Welcome to Ajay Explain Money. Please note, this content is for education purpose only. We provide news and facts and not financial advice. Always do your own research and consult a professional before making any investment decision. Let's check on what happened today. Auto and metal stock emerged as the hero, and the Indian market showed a quiet strength today. While the world watched global uncertainty, our domestic indices choose a cautious optimism. Guess what? Auto stocks stole the show. I'm here to break down the key moves from today in a simple terms. So you know exactly what's happened in the market. Let's first check on the market summary. Sensex closed at 80,787.30, up like 76.54 points, while the Nifty 50 settled at 24,773.15. It's a modest but a steady session for a major index. Let's check on currency and commodity. Rupee strengthened today, it's moved to 88.10 against the US dollar, gaining 9 paisa. It's showing some resilience. Meanwhile, gold continues its rally, hitting the fresh high of 1,08,368 per 10 grams, up like 0.58%. As a safe haven, demand remains strong. Let's check on the institutional money flow. The foreign investor continues their selling spree with FA outflow of 2,169 crores, but domestic institutional investors stepped in, pumping in a 3,014 crores, keeping the market demand supported. Positive impact. GST revolution take effect. Auto sector celebrates the GST reform implementation from September 22nd, promises a 8 to 13% cost reduction across vehicle category. Then comes a Fed rate cut optimism. US employment data weakens, strengthen the expectation for the Fed rate cut. Then comes a domestic resilience. The DI buying support of 16,458 crores only on September, I'm saying. I like this 16,458 crores, which is making the market supported at this level. Next, let's check on what all the positive impact. Tata Motors emerged as a today superstar, and it is surging like 4.25%, mainly due to the immediate price cut announcement across its vehicle portfolio. Bajaj Auto, which was in far behind, and it is gaining around like 4.08% on a heavy trading of 7.13 lakh of shares. It's been traded today. This Bajaj Auto is been significantly gained because it's a major sale is on the scooter and two wheelers, which is of less than 350 cc. So the expected cut, like it's almost like 10% by this GST reduction. Next, let's check on what are all other stocks that is being shown some positive. There, here comes the Amenda, which has been increased to 4.01 percentage, and due to this same vehicle price cut, and also the tax is also reduced for the tractors. And next comes the HM motor, and it's shown a positive, and it's almost traded with a gain of 3.31%. This is also due to this GST positives. Next comes is the JSW Steels. This is last week we spoke, right? There is a China steel out. They are planning to cut the steel output. So obviously the demand will be more, but the supply is less. So all the steel will get positively impacted due to this news. Next, let's check on the sector wise what are all the positive impact. The Nifty Auto today increased like almost 3.30 percentage. Nifty Metal increased by 2.50 percentage. This we discussed due to the higher steel demand. And next comes the Nifty Reality, which is increased to 1.80 percentage. This is due to an expectation like there will be more buyer in the upcoming months. Next comes the Nifty Mid Cap, and it is like mildly positive, and it is increased like 0.50 percentage. Next, now let's look into the negative impact. And the key risk factor for today is FII selling intensifies. I like on the initial summary we discussed, right? The foreign outflow accelerated to 2,169 crores today. As of now, till September month till date, there is a total outflow of 7,836 crores, which is huge sum which went outside of the Indian market. Next comes the IT sector is under pressure, and this is due to the global uncertainty and the US tariff concerns. Next, on the latest session of for today, the market surrendered its gain on the final hours. It's a sentiment where we sell on the rallies. So it happened today also. Next, let's check on what are all the top five which are negatively impacted today. And one of the key stock is Trent, whereas Trent lose like almost 3.99 percentage due to the heavy profit booking. And next is Asian Paints, which dropped almost like 1.74% due to the continuous concern about the weak paint demand in both urban and rural market, signaling a broader consumption challenges on it. And also that Asian Paints is now having a tough competition, and Brilla had entered into the market, and there are like JSW is also in the market. Asian Paints is having some tough time with the marginal pressure on. Next comes a Coal India. Coal India is being reduced by minus 1.35 percentage due to the regulatory concern. On pharma, there is a weakness that we saw, and to that, Dr. Reddy has been reduced to minus 1.35 percentage. Next comes a Nestle India, and due to this FMCG, we saw there will be an improvement in the consumption due to the GST reduction, but still these FMCG stocks are already selling at a higher P. So there is obviously there will be a profit booking. So there is a reduction of minus 0.128 percentage on Nestle India. Let's check on the sector wise on the negative impact. On the negative side, the Nifty FMCG is reduced by minus 1.20 percentage, and Nifty IT is reduced by 0.94 percentage, and Nifty Pharma is reduced by 0.85 percentage. Let's check on the global economy. US market. On the US market, you see the Wall Street opened higher on the Fed rate cut optimism following the week's job data. The probability for cutting a 15 basis point has been surged to 35 percentage from 15% last week. And on US market, you see the Dow Jones is increased by 0.14 percentage due to the rate cut hopes, and S&P 500 increased by 0.30 percentage due to the same rate cut hope and USD weakness. Next comes the Nasdaq. Nasdaq is increased by 0.74 percentage, and this is along with the rate cut. There is a tech optimism is also the investor or seeing like the tech will grow in the upcoming due to the AI boom. Next, we will check on the Asia. In the Asian market, currently look on Nike 225 global gain of 1.10. This is due to the resignation of the Prime Minister Ishibas and the weakening of yen, boosting export competitiveness. Next come the China. The China Hang Seng market declined by 0.30 percentage due to the persistent growth concern, and also they have the property sector challenges. Next, we will check on the European market. The European market had gained both FTSE 100 and DAX, both gained by almost above 0.25 percentage. FTSE 100 gained by 0.25 percentage and DAX gained by 0.35 percentage. This is due to the modest positive industrial data and the energy sector rebound. Let's see globally how it's moved. On the currency, we already discussed on the rupee, and on the gold also we saw the surge of 628 rupees, and it is now trading at 1,08,368 per 10 grams. And this is due to the safe haven. Gold is always, as always, gold glitters. Next comes the oil impact. In the oil, the Brent crude rose like 1.5 percentage on a potential Russian oil sanctions. Let's check on the critical event that is about to happen this week, which I call a key catalyst ahead. On September 10th, there will be a US producer price index, which is called as PPI. And on September 11th, US consumer price index, CPI, will be provided. And this is a crucial data because it determines the Fed rate cut magnitude, which will be either 25 basis point or 50 basis point. Next comes on September 22nd, the GSC reform take effect, which we already discussed, like auto and FMCG are going to be benefited by this due to the rate cut on GST. I like to wrap up this video with a three takeaway. One is a GST reform catalyst, and I want to add this point as a key takeaway because the auto sector is going to outperform about 15 to 20% because there is going to be an 25,000 crore annual consumer savings, which is going to translate either into a higher volume or higher margin for the auto sectors. And next comes a domestic institutional strength. Even though the FIA outflow is huge, The DII is still making this market stable. It had infused around almost 16,458 crores till this month, till today on September, and this shows the local strength. And next comes a global tailwind, which I want to mention, that is Fed rate cut expectation, which is creating a favorable liquidity condition. If there is a favorable liquidity condition on the global level, then there are high possibility like those money will flow into our emerging market too. So we can expect the positive market ahead. Thanks for watching the video. If you found this briefing helpful, smash that like button, share with your fellow investor, and don't forget to subscribe. I'm always open to feedback. Please provide your valuable feedback in the comments and I will try to modify the video accordingly. Thank you.